Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vance. If today is the very first time coming across my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So guys, in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to draft this beautiful corset top. So this was the one I recreated. As you can see, it's so fine, clean and good to go. So guys, if you're interested in this tutorial, let's get right into it. So guys, this is my pattern paper. I'll start off by ruling out my starting line. So this is me ruling out my starting line. The next thing I'm going to do is take my vertical measurement, which is my client bust point. Initially I used 10.5, but her bust point is actually 11 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark it out. I'll also mark out her under bust. So her under bust is 14, her half length is 17, but I'm going to add 2 inches to her half length, making it 19 inches. So to get the full length of our blouse, from that 19 inches, I'll come down by 8 inches. So when I'm done marking out the points, I'll go ahead and use my ruler to straighten the lines. So this is me straightening the lines, guys. So guys, when I'm done, the next thing I'm going to do is to indicate my lines, which is my bust point. I could see that it's not visible, so I'm going to use my marker pen to indicate my bust point, my under bust point, my half length, which can also be your waistline, and my full length. So when I'm done with this, guys, I'll go ahead and take the shoulder measurement. So for my client, our shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll go ahead and mark the 7.5 there. So from there, I'm going to come down by 1 inch, being my shoulder slope. To get my armhole, I'm going to divide my bust by 6 plus 1.5. I marked it there, and I'm going to use my ruler to straighten the lines. So when I'm done, guys, I'm going to indicate that line to be my chest line. It can be abbreviated into CL. That CL is chest line. So from that chest line, I'm going to go ahead and repeat my client's shoulder, which is 7.5. I marked it, and I'll use my ruler to connect it to the 1 inch shoulder slope I came down by. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to get my armhole curve. So I'll divide my armhole line by 2, just the way you see me doing. I'm going to mark the midpoint just like this. I'm going to come in from that midpoint I marked by ½ inch to get my armhole curve. So for my chest line, I'm going to divide my bust by 4. I'll connect the 3 points together to get my armhole curve, just the way you see me doing. So when I'm done, guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and take my client's neck width. So I'll be using 3.75 for the neck width and for the neck depth. I used 3.75 for the neck width and for the neck depth. So I'm going to connect it using my armhole curve. I'm connecting the 2 points together, just as shown. So when I'm done connecting, I'll go ahead and connect my shoulder slope just the way you see me doing. After which, guys, I'll go ahead and take my client's nipple to nipple. Her nipple to nipple is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. I'll mark it on the chest line. I'll mark it on the bust point line. I'll mark it on the under bust, like this, the waistline, which can also be the half length line, and then the full length of the blouse. So when I'm done marking out the points, I'll go ahead and use my ruler and connect the points to be in a straight line, just the way you see me doing. So when I'm done connecting the points, guys, from the under bust, I will go ahead and mark my darts. So from this point, guys, I'm coming in by 1.3 inches, while for the center front, I'm coming in by 0.75 inches. I'll do the same thing for the half length line, and then I'll also do the same thing for the full length. So when I'm done, guys, I'll go ahead and connect the points together, just the way you see me doing. So from the under bust, I'm going to go ahead and connect to the bust point with my curve, just like this, and I'll do the same thing for the other part. So from your bust point, you can come down by 1 inch, but I already eyeballed my own, so I don't need to come down by 1 inch. So from that chest line, I'm going to connect to the mid armhole, just the way you see me doing. I'm going to give it a curve, just like this. So when I'm done, guys, from that mid armhole, I'll come down by 1.25. After which, guys, I'm going to mark that 1.25, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect it with my French curve to the bust point, just the way you see me doing. So from that 1.5, guys, I'm going to extend it by 2 inches, just like this. And then I'm also going to extend on the chest line by 2 inches again. So I marked it. I'll use my ruler to connect it to the 2 inches. And then from that 2 inches, I'm going to connect it down to the chest line, just the way you see me doing. So when I'm done with this part, guys, I'm going to go ahead and divide my client's bust by 4. And then I will replace my darts and then add my allowances. So I've already added the bust before. I've already divided the bust before, so I'm going to go ahead and check what I have here at the darts part, and then I'm going to replace it before I add my allowance. I hope you understand. So on the under bust, I'm going to divide my client's under bust by 4. I will mark it there, and then I'm going to go ahead and check what I have at the dart part, and then I will replace it and add my allowance. I'll do the same thing for the half length, which is the waistline. I'm going to check her waist divided by 4. I'll mark it there. I'll replace the darts that I got, and then I'll add my allowance. I'll do the same thing for the full length. The hip divided by 4. I'm going to mark it there, and then I'll check the darts that is there, and I'll replace it and add my allowance. So I'll go ahead and connect my points together, just the way you see me doing. I'll use my ruler to connect my points together, just like this, down to the hip line. So guys, when I'm done connecting to the hip line, I'm so sorry that this part is not showing so clearly. I'm going to add extra 1 inch, because I'll extend the line just the way you see me doing. I'm adding extra 1 inch because at the thumbnail the blouse is not fitted around the hip, so I added extra 1 inch, and then I used my marker pen to connect it down to the waistline. So you should do the same thing, guys. So when I'm done connecting from the full length, I'll come up by 1 inch. So I came up from the full length by 1 inch, and I'll go ahead and curve it out because I do not want the full length to be straight. I want it to have a bit of curve. That was why I came up by 1 inch. So after I was done connecting it, guys, I'll go ahead and trace out my lines just the way you see me doing, so that it's going to be more visible. So guys, at this point, if you found value in my tutorial, please guys, do well to subscribe to my channel, like my video, leave a comment in the comment section if you have any question that you wish to ask me, or you have any design that you want me to recreate. You can feel free to do so. So guys, when I'm done with the tracing, I'll go ahead from my bust point. I'll come down by 2 inches to get my bust dart. So this was it when I came down, and then I'm going to connect it straight to the bust point, just the way you see me doing. So guys, at the front, you could when you check the thumbnail, there's a kind of design at the down part of our blouse, so I'm going to leave it aside so that I'll draft the back first. So this is my pattern for the back. I'll go ahead and rule out my starting line. My marker pen wasn't that clear, so I had to replace it with my pencil. So I had to cancel the first line because it wasn't straight. It's the second line that we are using right now. So when I'm done, I'll go ahead and take the vertical measurement, which is the bust point. I'll still repeat what I did in front, the under bust, the waistline, which is 17. From that 17, I'll come down by 8 inches. For the back, I didn't add 2 inches. I only used the 17 inches. is not necessary because of my bust dart. That was why I added 2 inches to the half length for the front, but for the back you do not need to add any 2 inches. I don't know if you get, because the front is usually longer than the back, so you do not have to add 2 inches for the back. So I went ahead to connect my points together after I was done with the point marking. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to I'll go ahead and mark my client's zip allowance. I'll be using 2 inches for the zip allowance. I'll mark this zip allowance down to the full length of our blouse, just the way you see me doing. So when I'm done, I'm going to use my ruler to connect the points together. So guys, after which I'll go ahead and take my client's shoulder measurement, which is 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5. I came down by 1 inch from that 7.5, and I got a armhole. I divided my bust by 6 plus 1.5, and I went ahead to rule it out just the way you see me doing. So this is going to serve as my chest line. I'm going to indicate the lines, bust points, under bust, half length, which can also be the waistline, and then the full length. So on the chest line, I'm going to repeat the shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. I'm going to mark it, and then I'll connect it to the 1 inch shoulder slope I came down by, just like this. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to get her bust divided by 4. I marked it there, and then I got the mid armhole. I divided the armhole like this. I marked the mid armhole, and then I'll use my ruler to connect the points together. So when I was done giving it a curve, I'll go ahead and take her neck width. Remember, for the front we use neck width of 3.7. Then for the depth we are going to use 3 inches for the neck depth. I'll go ahead and connect the points just the way you see me doing, like this. And then I'm going to extend that neck depth to the zip allowance, just like this. So when I'm done with this, guys, I'll go ahead and rule out the shoulder slope. Then I'll now go ahead to take the nipple to nipple measurement. So her nipple to nipple is 9 divided by 2, 4.5, and then I went ahead to mark it all through to the full length of the blouse. So when I'm done, guys, at this point I went ahead to come up from the full length by 2.5, and then I repeated the nipple to nipple on that 2.5, and then now I'm going ahead to mark the points, that's to connect the point straight down to the chest line and then to the full length, just the way you see me doing. So guys, what I'm going to do next, for the dart intake, I'll be taking it from at the half length. So I'm going to come in by ½ inch on both sides. I'll mark it, and then I'll connect that 2.5 I came up from the full length. I'll connect it to the half length. I'll do the same thing for this other part. I'll connect it, and then from the dart intake from the half length, I'm going to connect it straight to the chest line, and I'll do the same thing for the other part. So when I'm done, guys, from that chest line, I'm going to go and give it a princess cut. That's a princess dart. It will have a princess dart for the back. So that is what I did right now. I connected it from that midpoint. I'll come in, that's go out by 1 inch. I marked it there. From the chest line, I repeated the same 1 inch I marked there. So I'm going to go ahead and extend the line and then connect it to my chest line, just the way you see me doing. So this is our princess cut for the back. I'll go ahead and take her measurement, her bust. I'll add my allowance. I'll go ahead and take her waistline, that's her waist divided by 4. I'll mark it. I'll replace the dart intake that I took initially, which is 1 inch. I'll replace it there. I'll mark it, and then I'll add the allowance. So for the full length, I'll take the hip divided by 4. I marked it there, and then I'll add the allowance. And the next thing I'm going to do is to connect. I'll connect the points together with my ruler, just the way you see me doing. So remember, for the front we added extra 1 inch. We're still going to add extra 1 inch for the allowance for the back too. So when I was done connecting, I extended my full length line just like this, so I could add my extra 1 inch that I added at the front. So when I'm done, guys, I'll use my marker pen to trace out all the points or all the marks that I did initially, so to be more visible. So from the full length, I came up by 1 inch as I did for the front too, and then I'll go ahead and connect it just the way you see me doing. So when I'm done with this, guys, from the half length line, I'm going to eliminate bulges. So I'm going to use 0.75 to eliminate the back bulges. I'll mark it out, and then I'll go ahead and connect it all through to the chest line like this, and then to the full length just the way you see me doing. And then I'm going to indicate this other part. I'm cancelling it because we are not using that part, and then I'm going to indicate our zipper allowance. So when I'm done with this, guys, I'll go ahead and cut a
I'll never
piece.
slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the
Cutting the back piece, guys, I'll go back to the front to give it a curve. Remember, at the thumbnail, the blouse has a curve in front, just like an M kind of shape in front. So this is the back block. I'll go ahead and then go back to the front part of it. So this is my front block now. From the half length line, I'm going to come down by 4.5 inch. So I marked it there, and then from the center front, I'm going to come in by 2 inches or 1.7. So what I did the same thing. I marked my 4 inches from my half length, came down by 4.5, sorry. And then what I'm going to do at this point is I'm still trying to make the points to be more visible, and then I'm going to use my free hand to connect my points from the full length to the 4.5 inch I came down, just to give it that M shape at the front of our blouse. So you can use your curve for this, that's your French curve, but I decided to use my free hand because I wanted to make all my mistakes and then still correct them. So at this point, I was not really satisfied with how the curve is. I'll go ahead and still recurve them. So watch what I'm doing, guys. At this point, you can actually be creative about it. You mustn't follow what is on the thumbnail. You can just do your own thing. You can create something beautiful for your own. You mustn't follow what is on the thumbnail, as I said earlier. But because of the tutorial purpose, I had to go with what is on the thumbnail. So I went ahead, when I was done, I went ahead to cut out the piece. So when I'm done cutting out, guys, I'll go ahead and open up my bust dart just like this, and then I'm going to use my masking tape to tape it together. So this was me taping down my bust dart, so I'm closing it up. So I placed it on the bust point line just like this, and then I taped it down. So guys, basically this is our front block. So for the yoke, I won't be drafting the yoke or cutting out the yoke on the pattern. I'm going to be cutting out the yoke on the main fabric. So basically, I want you to watch out for the sewing part of this tutorial. Thank you for watching my video to the end. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like my video, guys, so it's going to reach more people. This is like the only way you can support my channel. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any question that you would love to ask me, and I'll be right there to answer all of your questions. and I'm going to see you in my next tutorial. Bye guys.